chronicles of the early West record many stories of famous and notorious characters of that period. In the San Joaquin Valley of California in the early 1890s, Christopher Evans and John Sontag blamed their troubles on the railroad and waged a relentless and bloody war of vengeance.
Morning, Miss Evans. Is your uncle at home?
Inside.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Evans?
Sontag? You didn't have to come out to check on me, Sheriff. I told the railroad commissioner I'd move.
I'm glad you don't intend to make any trouble, sir.
If I didn't have a family, I'd make plenty of trouble.
One man against a railroad? Foolish even to think of it.
I wouldn't be alone. John here holds the same sentiments as me. I suppose you know what the railroad did for him when he got his ribs smashed in the Gilroy roundhouse.
He had hospital treatment.
Sure. And they booted me out before I was healed. They wouldn't even give me my job back. If Chris hadn't put me on as a hired hand, I'd have starved.
We're not the only ones around here that are fed up. Others like me have built barns and houses, worked the land, hoping to buy it like the railroad promised. $1 an acre.
It ain't fair. It's armed eviction, and that's just as bad as armed robbery.
No need to talk so tough to me, boys. I didn't make the rules. Why don't you be sensible like the other farmers and take it to court?
What chance would we have in court against the railroad?
If enough of you got together, the Railroad Commission would have to listen.
Yeah, by the time we got a decision, our kids would have kids of their own.
There's no use of trying to argue with a couple of hotheads like you.
I'm telling you, Chris, I can't take this pushing around much longer.
Yeah, save your talking bullets for the railroad, John. When we make a noise, we're going to make a big one. You just stay on here with me.
Now, why stay with you? Well, like you said, you've got a family. I want action.
Yeah, there was something that I wouldn't tell the sheriff. But I'll tell you, boy. When a family is threatened with extinction, a man's first duty is to take up arms against a common foe. A monstrous, one-eyed foe of fire and steel.
By the time we were put on the case, one Central California had become a feeble gesture. I'm Matt Clark. The young lady with me is Miss Jones. We're detectives for the Southwest Railroad. We had left San Francisco in July 1892 on the southbound train for Visalia, center of the railroad robberies and wreckings. When the train made a 5-minute stop at Modesto, we stepped off to stretch.
You can read later. Let's get back to the train.
Hey, wait a minute. Here, look at that.
Top Eastern detectives join hunt for train robbers. Reliable sources reveal the detectives left San Francisco by train this morning to give our local law enforcers a lesson in the fine art of catching criminals. How do you like that for a dig?
Not the dig, it's a brass band, I mind.
Well, I can see we're not going to be very popular with the law in Visalia.
You'd rather be right than popular, wouldn't you?
From what I hear, I'm not so sure we're right.
Look, Jonesy, no matter how right a man is, if he grabs a gun to start an argument, he's dead wrong from the start. Remember that, will you?
Yes, Father.
Railroading's a tough business. It has to be to push those tracks into rough country. Now and then a rail drops on somebody's toes, and the railroad becomes a big bully. But what happens? A couple of hotheads start shooting at the big bully, and they become heroes.
Well, we better go.
Hey, wait a minute.
Matt, we're going to miss the train.
If you want that brass band to meet you at Visalia, go right ahead.
Now, don't tell me you're scared of it.
Yep. I'm just a big country boy, and a mighty shy one at that.
But what about the baggage?
It'll wait for us in Vicinity. Besides, who'd want to steal anything from a railroad detective? Come on. Let's check that stage heading south.
Here she comes! Where's your aunt?
In the house, reading the Bible, pretending she don't know what's going on.
Well, you ought to be more like her, Sue.
I'd rather be like you, Uncle Chris. Why don't you trust me anymore? Why don't you tell me where you've been?
Well, what you don't know, you can't lie about. And I don't aim to raise a family of liars.
I'm not a baby anymore. I'm growed up. Well, I am.
Well, come here, Susie. Let's just see how grown up you are.
How many times do I have to tell you it's not Susie, it's Sue? Oh, John, put me down this minute.
Come on, John, come on. Let's get back to town.
Oh, we got plenty of time, Chris. Sue and me are engaged. Ain't we? Susie? Bye.
You just wait, John Sontag. I'll get even with you for that.
Yeah. Come on.
Much obliged, driver.
Come on, Tony.
Oh, no brass band. Feel better?
Yeah, I do. If I turn politician, I'm going to do my kind of work sort of private-like. Well, the train's already in. It's about an hour before supper time. You want to look up the sheriff first?
Oh, naturally. Business before supper.
I don't know where his office is. Looks like it might be down the street. Let's go.
Hey, where you been all afternoon, Nate? Things been popping. They blew the trestle south of Fresno. Train got across just in time.
Holy cats.
I tell you, Nate, we gotta do something. 5 robberies and 2 explosions, and we don't even have a suspect. We got the poorest record in the country.
Now, if you're through spouting, take a look at this.
Yeah, it says Peru, don't it?
15,000 in Peruvian coins stolen in the Collins train robbery last month. Remember?
How could I forget? We've been looking out for one of these coins ever since. Where did you find it?
Evans and Sontag livery stable. Jefferson found it while he was cleaning up.
Figure it might be one of them.
Well, both him and Sontag have motives. Their hatred for the railroad. They've been gone all day today. Long enough to have been to Fresno.
Doggone. Imagine 2 respectable businessmen like them.
Now, hold on, Ed. We've got to be sure. Now, we've got to talk to them first. Nice and polite. Now, maybe they have an alibi and, maybe not.
Sheriff Owens?
Yeah?
I'm Matt Clark. This is Margaret Jones. Miss Jones and I represent the Southwest Railroad.
Oh, detectives.
That's right.
I got a telegram about you.
Oh?
So, You're the two bright folks who came all the way from Kansas City to show us yokels how to catch train robbers.
We came all the way from Kansas City because that's what the boss told us to do. Personally, I'd just as soon go fishing.
Not me, Sheriff. I'd just as soon do my job whether you like it or not.
I don't like it.
Look, we're all trying to do the same thing. Why don't we cooperate? What's the use of fighting about this?
I'm not going to fight. I just don't intend to cooperate.
Why not?
We've done all the spade work, dug through the records, sifted evidence and checked alibis. And now when we come up with some real evidence, enough to arrest someone, you two Eastern bird dogs come into town just in time to get your pictures on the front page along with those prisoners.
Are you quite finished, Sheriff?
No, I'm not finished. Not until I've made it clear that we're handling this ourselves. And we don't want any strangers hogging our credit. Now go fly your kite somewhere else. Is that clear?
Yeah, that's pretty clear. You get the general idea, Jonesy?
Yes, I do. And I think it's awfully sweet of you, Sheriff Owens, to relieve us of this nasty job. Well, Matt, we might as well retire gracefully and try to find two friendly people.
Two friendly people?
To play cards with, of course. How else are we going to pass the time of day? Your arm, Mr. Clark?
Good day, Sheriff. Good hunting, boys.
Good day.
Of all the insulting people,
Hold your horses, hold your horses. He was right, you know. We are butting in.
Matt Clark, you mean to tell me you're going to kowtow to that yokel? You're just going to sit around and do nothing?
Nope. While you're looking for those two friendly people, I'm going fishing.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm starving, and I want that supper you promised me.
Evans and Sontag just drove in.
We're gonna talk to him now?
Any talking that has to be done with them has to be done just right. I'll do it myself. You stay put. Straighter answers than that, Chris. Why don't you and John come down to the office with me and we'll talk it over?
Jonesy, get a doctor, boy.
Yes, I get him.
Is it bad?
Nah, don't amount to a thing, Sheriff. It's a busted rib. Yeah, that ought to hold you till the doctor gets here. And for your information, Sheriff, we're gonna stick around whether you like it or not.
As a matter of fact, we never had any intention of leaving.
I'm sorry about what I said. The way I bungled this, I guess I could have stood some expert advice. But there's one thing you can be sure of. There's no longer any mystery about those train robbers.
Who are they, Sheriff?
Sontag and Evans.
Posses were formed all along the San Joaquin Valley and sent into the foothill mining country along the high Sierras. But Sontag and Evans had friends who hated the railroad more than lawlessness and sheltered and fed them. When it looked like the search might stretch into months, Jones and I had a conference with the sheriff to find a quicker and surer way. What about this man, Sontag? How does he fit in with Evans?
Sontag came out here a couple of years ago from Minnesota. Got a job with the railroad, and when he had an accident, he claimed it didn't take care of him. Chris Evans gave him a job as a handyman, and he's been with him ever since. Even went in the livery business with him.
How old is Sontag?
About 25, I'd say. Good-looking fella. I hear Chris Evans's niece is kind of sweet on him.
Things get pretty tough up in the Sierras. You think the winter will drive them out?
Oh, I doubt it. I've been deer hunting with Evans. He's a crack shot and a good woodsman. When he was a young fella, he was a scout with Custer.
You know, Sheriff, what you said about Sontag and Mr. Evans' niece interests me.
Oh, remember, as far as I know, that's only gossip.
Have you ever thought of gossip as intuitive truth?
Intuitive? Wow. Now, that certainly entitles you to the floor, madam. You go right ahead.
Thank you, sir. Chris Evans' family haven't moved out, have they?
No, they're not the type to run away just because the old man's in trouble.
Well, then, working on the highly probable theory that two attractive young people are in love, maybe we could use this to our own advantage.
How do you mean, ma'am?
Are you Miss Evans?
Yeah.
I'm so happy to meet you, my dear. I'm Mrs. Sontag.
Who'd you say you were?
Mrs. John Sontag. I understand my husband's been living here.
Your husband? John? Go on, lady. What do you think you're giving me?
It would be so like John not to have told you about me.
What do you want? What'd you come out here for?
Simply this. I've been reading about John in the papers, about him holding up all those trains. He must be very wealthy by now, and as his wife, I'd like to share in it. Of course, now that I see how pretty you are, John will probably try to deny everything.
Shut up. Go find your husband for yourself. Don't go asking any favors of me. Get out of here, right now. Go on, get. Don't you ever come back, do you hear?
Looks like it's working, Sheriff. I'll trailer, leave you plenty of signs. Get the posse and follow me. The Evans girl to a foothill mine where the two train robbers were holed up with friends. Then double back to tell the sheriff. When the sheriff joined me with some of his posse, we agreed on a plan of attack. He to come up the main trail with the bulk of his men. I to hit from the ridge behind the mine with 2 or 3 men.
Give yourself up, Evans! You're surrounded! You haven't got a chance! You understand?
I hear you, Sheriff. You can save your breath. If you want us, come in and get us.
Let's go!
Guess we stopped him that time, huh, John?
Get her out of here, Chris. I'm done.
Looks like he's hurt pretty bad. The sheriff will take care of him. Come on. Evans was bleeding, and his trail through the cave and up the canyon was easy to follow. Looks like the trail leads to that shack.
Well, that's the Widow Perkins' place. right, Sue. Sue, come here! Sue!
Oh, Sue. I heard her scream.
Listen, Miss Evans, he's wounded, wore out, hasn't got a chance. Why do you want to prolong the misery? You want to go back there and find him lying dead?
No, no.
Well, then tell him to give himself up. Tell him he hasn't got a chance.
You don't know him. I'd rather die than give up.
All right, Sheriff, let's take him.
Stay with her, Sam.
Must have been Sue. Coming for me now.
No, they mustn't kill him. He's hurt. Stop that shooting. They'll kill you. I can't stand it anymore. Come out.
Get out of the way, Sue!
All right, then. Go on and fight. But you'll have to shoot me first. Shoot! Shoot! Go on and shoot!
Let's finish it.
You're out of your mind, Evans. We got 6 men covering you. Throw down your gun.
Stay alive, Uncle Chris. Please, for me.
I give up on one condition.
Name it.
I don't want no railroad man getting my reward. Understand? The old lady inside. The widow Perkins, she's the one that deserves it. The railroad drove her off her land, too. She gets the money or I keep on shooting. You hear?
How do you like that for sheer brass nerve?
You go for it?
Well, it's for a worthy cause, but that's up to you.
All right, Evans. You've got a deal.
Hard to understand, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
Except for that blind, stubborn hatred, Evans is probably one of the finest family men you'd ever want to meet.
Christopher Evans, tried by the grand jury of Fresno County, California, on the 21st of February, 1894, was found guilty of murder in the first degree, sentenced to Folsom Prison for the period of his natural life. John Sontag died of his wounds in the Fresno jail. Official newspaper files of the early West record many stories of famous and notorious characters of that period. Back in the 1880s, a southern outlaw by the name of Rube Burrows made an underworld reputation as the first robber to hold up a railroad train single-handed. From then on, known as the Alabama Wolf, Rube and his gang robbed and killed from Florida to Oklahoma.
Would you please help us, sir? Thank you, men.
Is that lady yours?
Yeah, my brother.
Oh. You escorting him, are you?
Yeah, Little Rock. My folks are back there.
Oh.
Do I ride in here with him?
No, I'm sorry. It's against regulations. You'll have to ride in a regular coach. Yeah.
Well, I guess nothing bad can happen to poor brother anymore.
You afraid of the dead?
Well, I...
Shut up.
Oh!
Now open that safe.
Come on.
Yeah, the train stops here to take on water.
Evening, cousin. Looks like we're right on time.
$30,000 robbery of the westbound express from Memphis to Little Rock happened at Round Pond, Arkansas, September the 10th, 1890. The young lady is Margaret Jones. I'm Matt Clark. We both work for the Southwest Railroad as detectives. We began the investigation of the Round Pond robbery by catching the same train on their return run to Memphis.
There's one robber that I never want to see again as long as I live. The fellow was about 6 feet tall. He wore a black hat, striped shirt, talked with a drawl like a fellow would if he come from Alabama or Tennessee or some of them states.
Alabama, huh?
Yeah.
As soon as we had checked in with the Memphis police, we called on the undertaker whose description of the train robber differed widely from that of the express messenger. However, under questioning, the undertaker broke down and confessed that he had taken $100 from the robbers for the use of his hearse and coffin. Hi, Chief.
Morning, Matt. Any luck?
Well, I don't know. the undertaker started talking, he couldn't stop. That coffin trick and the way the description adds up, it could be the Rube Burrows gang.
Of course. The Alabama Wolf. He's pulled that stunt before.
I understand he's been pretty active in this neck of the woods.
Yeah, a lot too active. Be a feather in our caps if we nailed him.
How'd your men make out at Round Pond?
Well, they searched the spot where the robbers left the train, tracked them to the main road. From then on, nothing.
You mind if I recheck that area?
Go ahead. In the meantime, I'll have my men search the country for Rube and his gang. Why, we'll pick up anybody who even knows his name.
You got a file on Rube Burrows?
In the back.
Jonesy, you chase back there and see what you can find out.
Oh, Matt, you know how I hate paperwork.
Yeah, I know, but there's no sense you tramping around the rocks and the mud. Besides, keep you out of mischief. Come on now, run along.
You don't need a partner, Mr. Clark. What you need is a secretary.
I'll see you later, Chief.
Okay, Matt.
The local sheriff and his posse joined me in the search near the Round Pond area and found nothing. We were just about to call things off when we got a hot lead that a man answering the description of Rube Burrows was riding with a wagon train that was leaving the area. We overtook the wagon train and fired a shot to bring him to attention. The leader of the train mistook us for bandits and a running gunfight took place. During the fight, Rube Burrows made his escape.
Why, that's only General Grant. He's been a pet of mine for quite a while. General Grant, don't you know it isn't nice to go around frightening lady detectives? Well, I better put you in here. You stay right in there. All right, Miss Jones, you may come down now.
Well, thank heavens. I finished with your file on Rube Burrows.
Did you find out anything?
No, not very much.
Miss Jones, I just received a wire from the constable at Sullivan, Lamar County, Alabama.
Rube Burrows' hometown?
That's right. Listen to this. Have arrested Emma Hutchins. Am holding her on vagrancy charge. If interested, please advise. You know who Emma Hutchins is?
Well, I haven't been covering your files for nothing. That's Rube Burrows' girlfriend. Wire that constable right back and tell him to hold on to her, but don't tell him who's coming. Have you got that, Chief?
Yes, but what's the rush?
I want to get there before Matt crashes in like the big man with the star and spoils everything. You can tell him that's what he gets for putting me on that paper rock pile. See you later, Chief.
Wait a minute.
Oh, conductor.
Ma'am?
How far are we from Sullivan, please?
It's the next stop. We'll be there in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Why, you sneaky little pickpocket, you. caught you right in the act, didn't I?
So you did, you cheapskate. What are you gonna do about it?
Well, of all the... What am I'll show you what I'm going to do. Conductor! What's going on here? Look at her, conductor. She picked my pocket. She did?
Oh, what's this big fat slob need with a watch anyway? He's been asleep ever since we left Memphis.
You hear that? Well, do something. Don't just stand there.
Quiet down. Better come with me, young lady.
Yeah, what for?
I'm putting you off the train of sergeant, and I'm turning you over the constable. And when the railroad brings action, I'll appear against you myself. I'll teach pickpockets not to ride my train.
All right, miss.
Oh, take your hands off of me, you crummy bloodhound. Who do you think you're shoving anyway? Oh.
Just keep the noise down, sister, or I'll have to tie your head in a sack.
Hey, you want to smoke, dearie? First time in?
Any of your business.
Just making small talk, that's all. Gets a little lonesome when you're in here all by yourself. Oh, come on, honey. Why don't you tell Aunt Em all about it? It's good for the soul. What you in for?
Well, I was on the train going to Birmingham. I got a kid to feed when I get there, so I swiped this fat man's watch. They grabbed me and throwed me off the train in this burg and booked me for a pickpocket.
I'd done that once. But that's nickels and dimes, kid. You could do better.
How?
Tie yourself in with a smart man.
That's what you done. How come you're in a place like this?
Well, my man's kind of famous. They figure I might know something about this round pond train robbery.
Wow. I've been reading about that in the papers. Did your guy have something to do with that?
Hey, let's just keep that to ourselves, huh?
Yeah, you've been dreaming. If you did have a fella like Rube Burrows, you'd find yourself a better hotel than this one.
By this time tomorrow, I'll be on my way to Memphis. Rube knows I'm here. I took care of that.
You're lucky.
You said it, kid. Can't you just picture us? Me and Rube, floating down the old Mississippi in one of them river palaces. All glistening with hundreds of lamps. Spending gold like a real Southern belle.
Yeah. Oh, that would be wonderful.
Who is it?
You got a Emma Hutchins in there?
Yeah? What about it?
Well, her mother's out here, would like to talk to her. It's all right with you.
Well, all right. Right this way, lady.
Who's she?
She's Maggie. She's all right. Why don't you let her go, too?
Anything you say, honey. Sam's waiting outside. Come on.
Come back here now.
Oh, let me go!
Get back in that cell. At least I'll hang on to one of you.
I'm a detective and I'm after Rube Burrows.
Well, I'm Napoleon and I'm after Josephine. Now get back in that cell and I mean it.
No sign of the others. You sure you told them to be here, Emma?
Sure. Why don't you go up on that ridge and see if there's any sight of them?
You know, Rube, I'd just as soon they didn't show up. A three-way split will go a lot farther than 6. Think it over.
Hey, you know something, Emma? Sam's got a good idea. I'm giving those boys just 10 more minutes, then we're leaving.
Forget it, Rube. They won't be here.
No?
I've been way ahead of Sam. You divide 30,000 6 ways, and in just 1 week, you and me are planning another job. You got the brawn, and I got the brains. We're taking all that 30,000.
Sam ain't gonna like that change of plans.
If you shoot first, he's not gonna have time to figure out whether he likes it or not.
Oh, that's a little trick, Emma.
What, do you want to be a backward bushwhacker all your life? Or do you want to go places with me?
I can't even breathe without you, honey, and you know it.
Yeah, I know it, you big ape. You could make Jesse James look like a piker. With 30,000, we could move into New Orleans and show those boys how it's really done.
You know, Emma, the way you say it, you make it sound like we could.
Let's get the money and be ready to move.
Get the carpet bag.
He's coming back. Now, Rube, don't go thinking about it. It's all planned, past and future. I never let you down yet. Now go do what you have to.
No sign of them.
Em and me have a change of plans, Sam. We figured we gave the boys time enough to get here.
You know, I've been thinking the same thing all along, Rube. Didn't exactly know how to bring it up. Knowing how fair and square you've always been with us boys. Rube. No. No, you wouldn't do that to me, Rube. Emma, talk to him. Don't let him do it, Emma. Look, Rube. We're friends. Rube. No.
Ah, come on, darling. You can't go around being a little boy all your life. Now, come on. Let's get out of here.
I'm mighty sorry, Mr. Clark. She did tell me she was a detective, but I found it kind of hard to believe. You can see how it was.
Well, I certainly can, Constable, and I can't say that I blame you a bit. Wait a minute, Constable. I don't get a chance like this very often. Give me a few seconds to kind of enjoy it, will you?
And while you're wasting time enjoying it, funny man, Rube Burrows is getting further away.
Well, that's different. Why didn't you say so?
Well, why didn't you let me? Rube was in here last night breaking out his girl. Ask him.
Well, I'm not proud of it.
Well, get to the meat, Jonesy. You went to enough trouble. Did it pay off or didn't it?
According to my dear friend Emma, they're heading for Memphis to catch the riverboat for New Orleans.
Well, that's enough. Come on.
Well, I'll get my hat.
Never mind. We've got just enough time to catch the westbound for Memphis.
Well, thank you. That was
Come
the
on,
best
come
bread
on.
and water I ever had.
See you later. After Jonesy and I had reached Memphis, we hired horses and rode out of town where we could watch anyone coming in from the southeast. We knew Rube wouldn't ride the train, so if he came in at all, it would have to be by this road.
It's hard to tell who's in that buggy.
Yeah. Just in case it's him, we better dismount. If you stay behind your horse, you might recognize you. It'd be kind of hard to explain how you got down here so fast.
Emma.
Don't pay any attention to him, Rube. Just keep going.
No, that might look bad. We better stop. Oh. Howdy, mister.
Howdy.
What seems to be the trouble?
My horse is throwing a shoe. How far would it be to the next town?
Oh, about 3 or 4 miles. You're better off going back to Memphis, though.
Thanks, maybe I will.
Yep.
That's Rube Burrows and Emma.
We'll trail him into town. Rube might lead us that stolen money.
Did you see that girl, Rube? Seems I ought to know her.
I thought he said that horse threw a shoe. Don't look like it to me.
Rube, that girl's the same dame who's in jail with me.
What's she doing way down here?
I don't know.
Maybe she's a detective. They planted in with you. You didn't do any talking, did you?
No, of course not.
There's no use taking any chances. We've got the money with us.
Rube Burrows and his girlfriend died on October the 8th, 1890. Nearly all of the $30,000 from the Round Pond robbery was found in a carpet bag near the buggy. Local police found the body of Rube's partner, Sam Harlow, 2 days later. With the death of the leaders, the robber gang broke up and scattered. I beg your pardon, sir. Are you claiming the body? A relative of yours?
Yes, a very close one. His father.
Oh. I'm sorry. Even the most hardened criminal has someone who loves him. So Rube Burrows' mortal remains were duly and legally delivered back to his parents, honest, law-abiding citizen farmers of Alabama. official newspaper files of the early West record many stories of famous and notorious characters of that period. Jim Courtright, former marshal of Fort Worth, Texas, and a deadly man with a six-gun. In the 80s, he organized one of the country's first extortion protection rackets and inaugurated a reign of violence and terror in the Lone Star State. The Schaefer Ranch, 5 miles south of Fort Worth.
Morning. You in charge here?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting shipment until tomorrow.
Are you Mr. Schaefer?
That's right.
Well, my name's Elston. They shipped us through so fast I didn't have a chance to notify you.
That's all right. I'll have my men here in half an hour to take over.
Good. I've got shipping papers for you, Mr. Schaefer. I'll get them.
Howdy, Schaefer. Jim Courtright. Oh, no, put that thing away, Schaefer. You don't know how to handle a gun. What do you want? Well, Huck here tells me you're not going to let the agency protect your herd anymore. That's right. Huh. I think you're making a mistake. Without my organization behind you, you'll be at the mercy of every rustler in Texas. When Lawson refused to pay you, it wasn't rustlers burnt down his barn. Those were your men. Well, if that's what you think, maybe you ought to go see your new marshal, Tom Johnson. That'd be a real waste of time. I'm writing Governor Ross and having you thrown out of the state. Now clear out. I've got work to do. Well, that's the way you feel. Well, you haven't lost a touch, Jim.
Had worked for the Southwest Railroad a long time. An hour after news of his murder reached headquarters, I was on my way to Fort Worth. I'm Matt Clark, detective for the same. I arrived 2 days later on February the 7th, 1887, and following usual procedure, checked in at the city marshal's office. Morning. You Marshal Johnson?
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
My name's Clark.
Railroad detective, eh?
That's right.
Well, have a cigar.
No, thanks.
Nothing wrong with it. They make them crooked on purpose.
I know, but I don't smoke.
Oh. Well, I reckon you hear about that shooting the other day, eh?
That's right. I've got the general picture, but I'd appreciate it if you'd fill in the details for me.
I don't know much more about it than you do. Nobody's seen it happen.
What about the train crew?
Those cattle were making so much noise, they didn't even hear the shots.
What about Schaefer? Has he got any enemies that you know about?
No, not that I know of.
Well, in other words, this whole thing to you is a complete mystery.
I've got men working on the case, Clark. But this sort of thing takes time.
Yeah, I can understand that. Now, you don't mind if I stick around and sort of speed things up a little bit, do you?
Not at all, Clark. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Thanks. Johnson was either the laziest lawman on record or he was as crooked as the cigars he smoked. I decided to see an old friend of mine, Luke Short. He ran the White Elephant, the best saloon in town. detective has to be prepared for anything, such as seeing my partner, Margaret Jones, tending bar in the White Elephant.
Hey, mister, what'll you have?
What are you doing here?
Same as you. I was in Dallas when Elston was killed. That's why I got here before you.
Oh, what are you doing behind the bar?
Well, Luke thought a lady bartender might be good for business.
It's the craziest thing I ever heard of. Luke in his office?
No, he went to the bank. I think I know who killed Elston and Schaefer.
Yeah?
Everybody thinks it's Courtright, but they're scared to say it.
Jim Courtright?
Fast draw kid himself. The whole town's scared to death of him.
Used to be marshal of this town, didn't he?
That was 4 years ago. Now he's running some sort of a blackmail protection racket.
Maybe that's why Schaefer was killed. He wouldn't pay off.
Could be. Elston just happened to get in the way when the shooting started.
Where's Courtright now?
I don't look now, but he just came in.
Yeah?
Hey, Jonesy.
Yes, Mr. Courtright.
Come here a minute.
What'll you have, Mr. Courtright?
When I came in, you were talking to that fellow at the end of the bar. No?
No.
Did he ask any questions?
Sure, but I gave him the same answer I gave you last night.
That's not what I meant. Did he say anything about working for the railroad?
No. Why?
Never mind.
Man! Luke Short, you old goat, you high-hat son of a gun. You were going to pass me by without saying hello.
Well, you're mighty easy to overlook, little fella.
Oh, don't give me that, you big ox. Come on in the office. We got a lot to talk over.
It's all right if I go back to work now, Mr. Courtright?
What? Oh, sure, go ahead. No, wait a minute. That stranger make a play for you?
Well, sure, but they all try at least once.
Maybe you could encourage him a little, no?
Why?
Like to know what he's doing for you. Maybe you can find out.
What's in it for me?
100.
You've got yourself a deal, Mr. Courtright.
Hey, bartender.
Look, I only gave Jonesy that job to keep out of trouble till you got here. If he got any sense, he'll take and clear out, both of you.
Look, we came here to do a job.
Why'd he be wasting your time? Courtright has got this town sewed up tight in a drum.
What's the matter? You afraid of him?
You know better than that.
Then why are you paying him off?
Who said I was?
You are, aren't you?
Look, I'm doing all right here in Fort Worth. I got the White Elephant, and I got a freight line, and that's not doing bad either. So why should I ask for trouble?
Look, it only takes one man. One man with enough guts to stand at the Courtright, and he's out of business.
There are plenty of others paying. Ask one of them.
Maybe they got wives and kids.
Look, man, this joint's a gold mine. If somebody set fire to it, I'd lose everything.
All right. Suppose instead of paying off Courtright, some of the men put up the same amount of money in sort of an insurance form to guarantee you against any loss.
I'm not interested.
You're an example of what money can do to man, and I'm glad I don't have much of it.
Now, take it easy, Matt.
Why should I?
Matt?
Yeah?
Oh, I have a showdown with Courtright. That don't prove he killed your man.
I know that. Once he's jailed for extortion, somebody might come forth with some evidence.
I think your neck for putting me on such a spot. Well, I'll do it.
I figured you would.
Yeah, I know. Now, how do we work this?
Just give me the names of the men that are paying off Courtright. I'll take it from there. That afternoon, I made the rounds. It didn't take long to find out that Courtright was playing for high stakes. Using his reputation as a gunslinger, he was collecting tribute from every businessman and rancher in the county, and they were tired of it.
Hey, man, how'd it go?
Ah, great. Every man on the list agrees to back you 100%.
Oh, that's wonderful.
38,000. This place is only worth 8. You mean they pledged that much?
That's right. In a year's time, they'd pay Courtright twice that amount. And don't forget, Luke, they may not have to put out one thin dime.
That is, if we're lucky.
We're not trusting luck, Jonesy. Some of the fellows are sending men over here to guard this place.
We may need it.
We're ready for Courtright. And the sooner he knows about it, the better. Say, by the way, didn't you say you made a deal with Courtright?
That's right.
All right. You get over there as quick as you can and see what you can do about it. Now, Luke, here's what happened.
Come in. Well, hello, Jonesy.
Hello, Mr. Courtright. You wanted some information about a certain man? I've got it.
Oh, such as?
He works for the railroad. He's a detective, and his name is Matt Clark.
Oh, I knew that.
Well, I'll tell you something you didn't know. Luke isn't going to pay you to protect his place anymore.
Where'd you hear that, Jonesy?
The walls in that joint are so thin you can learn a lot if you just keep your ears open.
That Detective Matt Clark tell you?
No, but he's in on the deal.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Mr. Courtright. I guess I better be getting back now.
Well, there's more where that came from in case you hear anything else.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Courtright.
You're not gonna let him get away with it, are you, Jim?
Oh, no. If I did, other people might get the same idea.
Yeah. Well, what do we do? Shoot the joint up or burn it down?
Luke and Clark aren't fools. They'll be expecting something like that. That freight line on Luke's. This is Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a wagon train from the north due in today.
Uh-huh. See what you mean.
Round up the men and ride out to meet it.
You coming along?
No, I'm staying here in case I need an alibi.
Right. There they are. Let's go. Come.
Wagon train. It's been wiped out.
What happened?
Bandits hit us at Green Springs. Happened so fast, we didn't have a chance.
Anyone hurt?
Dad Wilson's dead.
Dad Wilson?
Nate, Smitty, and Joe are hit pretty bad, too. We patched up a wagon, and they're bringing them in.
Now, what do you think you're doing?
I'll have a better chance against Courtright with a shoulder rig.
You crazy fool, that's just what he wants you to do.
Then that's what he's going to get.
You're staying right here. You're no match for Courtright.
You started this, but I'm going to finish it.
No, not this way. Now, sit. If you go gunning for Courtright, he'll trick you into drawing first and then blow your brains out. And he'll claim self-defense.
Is this a private fight, or can a lady join in?
Crazy fool wants to go gunning for Courtright.
That's a nice way to commit suicide.
What do you expect me to do? Stay hold here and wait for him to try something else?
That's exactly it.
Why don't we prove that Courtright's men attacked the wagon train? After all, I'm practically on his payroll.
So?
He's probably feeling very pleased with himself. If I went over there, he might even do a little boasting.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. You think you can handle him?
Positive. However, if I'm not back in a half hour, come and get me.
Step in the next room, boys. I got a little business to do. Hello, beautiful. Got some information for me?
Yes. Clark and Luke claim your men wrecked the freight line.
Oh, people claim lots of things they can't prove.
They also say you're going to shoot up the White Elephant.
Huh? You believe them?
Enough to quit my job.
What's the matter? You afraid you might get hurt?
That was one reason.
Oh? Well, what's the other?
I found out life was more pleasant when you're on the winning side.
Well, I didn't quit my job as marshal of Fort Worth to be a loser, you know.
But how long do you think you can be a winner, Mr. Courtright?
Oh, just as long as I can outshoot anyone that gets in my way. That'll be just about long enough to collect enough money to get to Chicago and New York. The big time. You know, I like you, Jonesy.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah, I like you a lot. Beautiful hair, lovely skin, soft lips. There's only one thing wrong.
Oh?
You're a railroad detective. You see, I had Marshal Johnson telegraph for information about Clark. And you know what? We learned that he works with a female detective named Margaret Jones.
Well, you have to admit, it was fun while it lasted.
April, break your arm! What's going on? This female detective's gonna come in real handy. I don't like this, if you ask me. Nobody asked you. All right, Huck, take it to Pioneer Grove and wait till you hear from me. It'll be a pleasure. Come on. What are you gonna do with her, Jim? I'm going to use her for bait. When that detective Clark finds out she's missing, he'll have the whole county looking for her. Well, that'll give me enough time to take care of Luke Short. Now, you'll be the first one Clark will get in touch with. Of course I will. What'll I tell him? Well, you tell him you haven't seen me all day, huh?
No sign of Jonesy yet?
Not yet. What time is it?
Almost 4 o'clock.
Something must have gone wrong. I don't think I'll wait.
Jonesy will never forgive you if you barge in and ruin everything.
She'll get over it. Marshal, where's Courtright?
I don't know. I haven't seen him all morning. Anything wrong?
There's a girl missing, and I think he knows where she is.
Well, I'll be doggone. Who is she?
Margaret Jones. She worked for Luke Short.
Oh, yes. Cute trick, too. Jim liked her a lot. Huh. Why, that low down...
Where do you think he took her?
Well, now, let's see. I know he's got a shack up at Madden's Lake. Yes, sir.
Is that what Courtright told you to tell me?
Now, look here, son.
Don't you lie to me, Johnson. I found this cigar just a few minutes ago on Courtright's desk.
I must have left it there this morning.
I thought you said you hadn't seen him all morning.
Well, I must have.
You left there less than an hour ago. The butt end of that cigar is still wet. Now, you tell me where he really took her. I'll break you in two. Did he take her to the lake?
No. No. His men are there waiting for you. He really took her to Pioneer Grove.
got Jonesy to a place called Pioneer Grove. I want some men to go with me. Come on.
Keep an eye on her, Huck. Going after Luke.
They're surrounded, Cartwright. Come on out with your hands up.
I thought you said you had an ambush set for that detective back at the lake. I should never have trusted that dirty double-crossing marshal.
I said, come on out.
We can't hold out here, Jim. All right, Huck. You ride over to the lake and get the men. Meet me at Luke Short's place. If we try to get to the horses, we'll be killed. All right, we'll borrow the laws.
I'll circle around back, then.
Where's Courtright?
He went back to get Luke Short.
Short, he hasn't got a prayer against Courtright. Hold your fire, men. Come on.
coming here.
Anybody with him?
He's alone.
So that's the way it's gonna be.
Come on, Luke, you can't outdraw Courtright.
I never got anywhere running away.
I've been looking for you, little man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, you made a mistake, Luke, hooking up with that detective.
He seems to be doing all right.
Oh, you don't sound very sure of yourself. What are you afraid of, Luke?
I'm not afraid of you, if that's what you're getting at.
You're lying, little man. You haven't got nerve enough.
If anybody wants me, I'll be at the marshal's office.
Jim Courtright's reign of violence had ended. He finally found somebody to stand up to him and call his bluff.
What is it?
Something the folks in town wanted you to have, Luke.
They're grateful for what you did, Luke, even though they can't understand how you managed to do it.
Courtright's guns. Matt, I sure don't know how to thank you. You're mighty nice.
Here's something else. These weapons belong to Jim Courtright, who was killed by Luke Short February the 8th, 1887. Luke wasn't half the shot Jim was, but he was twice the man. That's what the whole town thinks about you, little man. You well deserved it.
Gosh, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
Oh, forget it, Luke. Just drop us a line sometime, won't you?
Come on, Jonesy, we must retrain.
Goodbye, Luke.
Bye, Jonesy.
Take it easy, big man.